Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always over to my left. To my left side is the talker of talking. He is Sam. Welcome this morning, sir.
You sound more Vince McMahon-like today.
Do I?
Yeah. Must be that pep in your step.
I got a little bit of pep in my step. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what it is. It must be this delicious, yummy coffee here.
And that's our new sponsor, Delicious Yummy Coffee.
Try some today at your local watering hole. No.
Watering? No, it's a bar.
It's a bar.
Yeah.
Coffee establishment.
Yeah, you like a lot of cream in there?
Yeah, a little bit. A little dose in there. You know, a little blonde coffee in there. So today, this week, we don't have your traditional Guerrilla Press where we bullshit around and challenge people with musical questions and things. We've got the big Money in the Bank preview show because this Sunday is a big pay-per-view, buddy.
It's like the 5th biggest pay-per-view.
Yeah. We almost have all the titles defended. No, actually, we're missing 2 of them. 3 of them. That's fucking crazy.
And
now I just thought about it.
Why would Brock be on the show?
Why would Brock or Jeff Hardy or maybe?
Oh, Jeff Hardy had a match at Smackdown. His nuts are probably recovering.
Oh yeah, because of the big low blow by Shinsuke.
His move,
his new thing. Well,
yeah, turn a guy heel. His move's a low blow now.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to be going heel in a couple minutes.
Because you like going low.
Blow. So these picks are important, buddy, because that noise, hopefully you heard in the background, is a steel chair. And next week on the show, the loser of these picks will be taking a chair shot from a real professional wrestler. Tell us about it, Sam.
So, we decided to step up our challenge a little bit, and I refused to, if I lost, take a chair shot from this idiot, because I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I don't.
And would probably hurt me.
And probably somehow like twist my wrist in the process.
Because he's an idiot. So we're going to have professional wrestler Mr. Ace Clepenza, Shane Ace Clepenza on the show.
Live in studio next
and he's going to slam the loser with a chair shot.
Hopefully he's willing to just give it to us on the back and not
I'm not taking a headshot. Those aren't allowed.
You know, it might improve our work.
Well, if you want a headshot, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to lose. It doesn't matter. So here's what we're going to do. Just run down the card, each make our pick, kind of give a short description because we do want to keep this within the time frame for you guys. So
we don't. You mean for you and for me because we have to go to work.
Well, I mean to the show, the people, the people.
You think when people start listening to this, they're like, God, these dorks better finish up. I only have so much time left.
That's probably the way that they expect a quick hitting show, and we are quick hitters in the podcast and in the bed.
About like recording.
Come on! You talked over my joke. God damn it!
Yeah, because I'm sorry. Have we ever thought about like recording, like if we have like a 45 or 50 minute episode and just playing us in like 1.4 speed or something like that, just to like make it quicker?
Yeah, but I wouldn't sound like Vince McMahon that week. You know what I mean, I've got to have my announcer
But then we would be a
voice.
little bit quicker, and everybody would get down to their places.
I think. If you ask my girlfriend, I think a lot of people are tired of us being quick. Hey, a joke on myself there. So, you want to run down the matches there, buddy?
Go ahead.
I wrote them down in the order of what I think is importance.
Okay, well, let's start with your least important match on the show.
On the pre-show, it's been announced we have the Bludgeon Brothers versus the Good Brothers for the
brothers matchup.
Yeah, all brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Who do you got and why?
I'm going Bludgeon Brothers, although the run so far has been lackluster.
Oh my god, I didn't even know they have the titles.
Which scares me a little bit. I don't think they pull it off of them yet. So I'm going Bludgeon Brothers. The Good Brothers have been, moved over to SmackDown where everybody there, they hopefully didn't watch their most recent Raw run where they were getting pumpkins on their head and, and just fodder.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
Fucking loser.
Well, what do you want from me? You want me to make stupid picks just so I get hit by a chair?
Well, usually you do.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Well, usually you're just stupid in general.
Yeah, I'm going with a lot of the same reason because the Good Brothers really have no momentum going into this match. I saw there was a small Twitter feud between Luke Harper and Carl Anderson started last night.
Yeah, I don't know if that was even
It's more just like a funny little clip.
Yeah, is your hot Asian wife going to be there?
Yeah.
Is your hot Asian wife coming? And he was like... said like a 47-minute reply.
Yeah.
And I was like,
a little too
much.
Yeah. All right, so our next match, Daniel Bryan versus Big Ass.
Will you go first this time?
Yes, I will definitely go back and forth. I'm going to go with, you know what? So last month, Daniel Bryan made him tap. Could he possibly do it again? I'm going to go Big Ass on this one.
I think that's a good call just because of how much they've buried him and he needs this win.
And also the 50-50 booking is what I'm kind of going with.
Yeah. and I think they're booking Bryan less strong than he was before, and Big Cass has to get this win, right?
That's what one would think. I mean, a chair shot is on the line here.
Give me Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Wowzers! I had an S over Big Cass. All right. Seth Rollins versus Elias for the Intercontinental title. This has potential to be, obviously, ladder matches aside, a really top-tier match of the night because both these guys are incredible workers. We're going to see some flying. We're going to see some dastardly deeds from... that should be somebody's finisher.
There's already a finisher called Dirty Deeds. And
yeah,
it's
but Dastardly Deeds is way better.
Yeah, that would be so confusing.
And then they could have a Dirty Deeds versus Dastardly Deeds match.
Yeah, you're terrible.
That's so stupid.
You think Ambrose is coming back to this pay-per-view? He's been gone forever.
I don't think he's going to come back for this pay-per-view, but he will be back soon. I'm seeing a lot more rumors about him on the interwebs, so I'm thinking people wouldn't be talking about him more if he wasn't back in their conscious. So,
this is my first pick.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Elias, I don't know if they're ready to give him the IC title. More along the lines, I don't know if they want to end this Rollins title reign because Brock's not back yet.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that Seth holds on to the belt and going with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, me too. I want to see Rollins and Lesnar title for title SummerSlam like monstrous match. I think that can.
Seth Rollins is a monster now. All 204 pounds of him.
It's two titles. You fuck.
Wait, 204. He won't qualify for day. He'd be in 205. All 206 of them.
Yeah, he's probably 206. Kind of. Although Finn Balor qualifies, so whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck. I qualify.
Yeah.
Currently, although I had like 3 hot dogs and a hamburger last night after work, so like 10 o'clock hamburger. That's still here. You know what I mean?
Where'd you get that from?
Jay Lucky had a work.
Oh,
function.
You're eating like 4 p.m. leftovers that sat out.
4 p.m. leftovers.
You could be in trouble today.
I am, and you should. The bun was
dogs. You're safe.
It was like putting the hamburger between a brick. The buns were so stale. So, I don't know. I did not put these in order of importance. Because next up I have Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn, which that should not even be on the paper. Because to me,
it's definitely not importance if you had Rollins and Elias. You know.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I think I just went off of Wikipedia or something.
Do you think Lashley's sisters interfere?
Does he have sisters? Or those
he has sisters.
Does he actually have sisters, or are those just brothers?
Yeah, and then they're going to come out and they're going to call them Pretty Mean Sisters again. Remember PMS?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was a stupid thing. Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Honestly, because we could have more dastardly deeds going on here, but I'm going to go Lashley because he needs a pay-per-view.
Look at you with a chair shot's on the line. You try to make more common sense picks. Apparently,
that's like last time when it was shirt off time. I made like sensible picks. That's why we started doing this only for big pay-per-views. Because,
Lashley, I got to go Lashley.
Look at you. You don't want to get hit by a chair either.
No, I'm just saying. It's his first pay-per-view match back.
Let's think about this. How bad do you think this chair shot's going to hurt? Do you think that Ace is going to take it easy? He's not going to absolutely wail on us, right?
No, I mean that's not how chair shots actually even work. It's not like they go in there and like, oh, I got to crush this guy with a chair. No, it's just supposed to look good. Okay. It's going to be some probably.
Well, we got to do enough to make it sound like something. Because
then I got to take your shirt off.
That's not happening. No, that can't.
Metal on skin, slap slider.
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to lose anyways. So
okay. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, Roman versus Jinder Mahal.
Next, you can put yours and you get an easy first pick. Go ahead. It's my first pick. Yeah, it's my first pick.
Yeah.
Roman.
You're going to go Roman
on
this one?
I'm going Roman.
Jinder did me good last time when I picked him for the U.S. title.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing you good in a pay-per-view victory over
Roman? You know what? I'm going to go back with my boy Jinder on this one. Just because...
you think some chicanery?
Chicanery, like dastardly deeds. I'm going dastardly deeds all day, baby.
That's going to be the name. Remember they Great Balls of Fire? There's going to be a WWE pay-per-view. There's going to be somebody listening to the show and they're like, Vince, what about dastardly deeds?
Vince, that guy that sounds like you and he's amazing at entertaining the audience... That's me. I love when I say things you have no follow-up. You're just like, can we go to the next thing, please?
Yes, next thing, please.
All right, we're into the women now.
Hey! It'll be quick.
Giggity. Carmella, the champion of SmackDown Women's Division, against Asuka, also known as Asuka. That's her real name for those of you who don't watch wrestling. Why the fuck are you listening to us? Oh, because we're hilarious. That's why.
Yes. We have some non-wrestling fan listeners.
Every now and then we do. So, Carmella...
They probably want us to talk about more about, pulling the trigger quick and being pathetic.
We could do that all day. Not pulling the trigger. It doesn't take us all day. We could talk about how terrible we are.
Yeah.
Actually, we should do a show just about like who's worse. That would be
that would get high ratings.
That would be a debate because
that wouldn't be a quick hitting show.
We could take some calls.
Like in hour 5. Let's go through 1997.
Oh my god, that would be great. We go year by year. Who's had the worst life, and we mark down like, well, JB won 97, Sam won 2010. Like, although you were probably pretty good in 2010. Wasn't 2010 Sam a good Sam?
No,
that was 2 years before the Fargs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was no work Sam.
Oh, it was no work Sam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty terrible Sam. Although I was a shitty JB at that point too.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the norm.
See, I have like a 10-year swath of time that I was a terrible person. So like, see, I'm good now.
Oh, you're a good person
Yeah,
now?
I'm back on top. Here I go. All right, did we make picks? No. Carmella versus Asuka, and I get to pick first. I'm going to go with Asuka. I'm going to say they put the belt on her finally because surprisingly she hasn't had the title yet.
Right.
And I think it's time to have her have the title and have people chase her.
Tough call.
I don't want Carmella. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want Carmella. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's way better to have Asuka looking over her shoulder than Carmella. Because Carmella, we know, can be beaten by anybody. So I'm going with Asuka.
She's beat Charlotte Flair twice.
Yeah, come on. Through chicanery and dastardly deeds.
This is tough because I'm liking this Mella.
Oh, I am too.
I like the show being Mella-centric. Yeah, you can use that Carmella, baby, when you're listening out there.
That's nice. That's nice of you to think that she's listening.
Mella is money in the bank.
Look at you. Thinking about it.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Thinking about it.
That's a tough one.
We don't have too many different... Well, I guess
we have 2 different ones right now. It's coming down to 2 matches.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure the Money in the Bank ladder matches.
Give me Asuka.
Yo, you rascal.
Asuka for the block.
Damn it.
James J. Bullock for the block.
Oh my god, you remember that?
Yeah, how old we fucking are.
Dude, yeah,
James J. Bullock,
watch that
Hollywood
all
Squares.
the time. Freaking the squares during the daytime. What do kids watch now during the day?
Nothing. It's nonstop the electronics in front of the face.
Yeah.
They don't know about daytime game shows or anything like that. Like when the summer, the teachers and the students have off now.
Because teachers are lazy fucks, 90% of them.
I wasn't going quite there, but...
I'm sure they don't listen anyways, it's alright.
Yeah, teachers won't listen to this show?
No way, they're too intelligent. We're a couple of morons.
Ryan, if you're listening out there, I did not say...
Just remember, I play a heel role in the show. I don't actually... These thoughts and opinions don't actually reflect.
This is him. No, anyway. Fuck teachers. No, anyway, so they got the vacation coming up. Did these kids not know? Like, what are they like? I remember vacation. You get right back into The Price is Right.
Yeah, the price. Yeah, it was like you never left. The Price is Right. I can remember Press Your Luck.
Yeah, Press Your Luck
during the day.
Yeah,
definitely.
I was more reruns of Press Your Luck at that point when I was on. Peter Tamarkin.
Oh my god,
was the host.
Oh my god, I love that fucking. I think that's my favorite game show of all time. Yeah. Press Your Luck.
Remember some of like the weird channel like Supermarket Sweep.
Mm-hmm. Supermarket Sweep. I remember like watching old ass like Name That Tune, like those ones. Like,
that was on the same channel as like Press Your Luck. I think.
Where are we? Are we in wrestling land?
I don't know.
All right, we have Nia Jax, all 272 pounds of her, which they continue to beat us over the head with. I used to get beat over the head with 272 pounds.
Not as much as you wanted, apparently.
Yeah, not at all. Versus Ronda Rousey. This is for the Raw Women's title. Mm-hmm. Your pick first, and make your pick and explain why a little bit.
Right.
This is a thinker.
This is super tough because...
Do I have to cut that dead air out, or do you think that adds to the drama?
No. You're obsessed with the second of dead air.
I hate the second of dead air. That
bothers you. The second of air blast bothers you. Speaking of 272 pounds getting beat over the head with. So, I think I'm going with Nia, and this was my pick originally when they first signed the match. Again, I don't know if they're really going to have Ronda lose her first match, is why I'm thinking maybe... I guess Ronda's probably the smart pick, but she's just so bad on the mic. Yeah. And I feel like they might benefit from her getting a little bit more time before grabbing the strap and not being on run. Not saying Nia Jax has been amazing,
right?
But maybe they have. My thought is, and this is what I've said from the beginning, you can piggyback on thing. I think it's going to come down to the late part of the match. Natalia's going to be ringside. Natalia turns.
Oh my gosh! Really? That seems so
on Ronda Rousey, costs her the match, and it sets up a feud of Ronda versus Natalia, so she can kind of learn from Natalia because Natty knows what she's doing in the ring. Have a 2 or 3 month feud with her where they have a lot of different matches and they do house shows and whatever, and then she beats Natalia and goes back after the title. I'm going Nia Jax. That's why.
All right, that's a pretty well thought out answer.
Yeah.
Before I make my pick. Isn't it funny that Natalia has now become like the grizzled veteran who teaches? Didn't she have a gimmick where she farted? Like that
Did she?
Yeah, she had a gimmick where she'd be in the ring and she would fart. That was her thing. It wasn't like an accident; it was her thing. Anyways,
I think Vince likes stuff like that. Yeah,
from women,
demeaning women. Yeah.
Oh, well, we know he loves that, but so do you. So Ronda Rousey is my pick, but I'm not saying that she wins the title. I think she might win by DQ or some kind of count out or something like that, where Nia says, fuck this noise. Yeah, I'm going with the cheap win. I don't think that she's going to win the title. I think that she could win by DQ. I do think Natalia could. Yeah. You could have the rematch at SummerSlam. It could be Natalia interferes. It could be any number of things, but I think she wins, but not the title.
Okay.
All right. We've got the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Shinsuke. We still don't know what the actual main event of the show is, by the way. I would assume it's the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, but...
Yeah. Never know. It could be the women's.
It could be the women's. It could be the title. It could be Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn because that's what everyone's clamoring for. But Styles versus the low blow master Shinsuke. I would like to think this is the last in a series. This is the last man standing match also.
Yes.
So it's...
What if after this one where they go to 10, they raise it and they say the next one's 20?
The next one's... Or maybe an I Quit match because these two guys do submission. It could be any number of shits. But... I want to think this is the last match in the series, so I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura because I don't want to see this shit again. Maybe one rematch or something, but I want to see AJ chase. I think I did the same thing last time when we made picks. I want to see AJ chasing the title for a while because he's held it since, I think, what did we... Remember, I was like, it's been years, and you looked it up. It's actually only been like 4 months.
Yeah.
But
my pick is also Shinsuke because they almost have to pull the trigger on him at this point.
I think he's worthless if he doesn't.
And it's a last man standing, so you can get protected a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that you're saying, well, I want to see the end of the feud because we clamored for a feud like this, but it's been revolving around low blows. Although I think lately it's gotten more interesting, with the whole Shinsuke's in his head type thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We did clamor for this feud, and honestly, the feud's been decent. It's just in this day and age, it feels too long.
Right,
and I think that's the problem.
And even having a Smackdown match between the two of them.
Yeah, that's another part. Not saving it for the pay-per-view.
Right, just how many times, and they still haven't yet have that Meltzer 5-star match yet.
Yeah, this could be it. I mean, there could be some seriously big spots. The only problem is if you put it near a ladder match. They usually don't do that.
Yeah, they won't.
They won't do that. All right, so we've got our picks there. Now we're down to the two big matches, the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Let me run down the roster here of who's going to be fighting in this women's match. We've got Ember Moon versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch, also known as Bucky Lunch, Natalia the Farter, Lana, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, and Naomi. Who has the best ass and why?
God, that's a tough call. By the way, you tweeted the other night that the women's division on SmackDown you loved over the Raw.
Yeah,
I thought Raw had a very nice match, 4-way match to open the show. Ember Moon did a suicide dive that was 1,000 miles an hour that drove Sasha right into the barricade. So I'm digging Raw as well. There's some dynamics to these picks because you got to figure there's going to be one of each is the favorite. One SmackDown, one Raw.
You would think. I mean, obviously, I guess you're right. I guess people look at it like it's Charlotte and I guess Sasha are the two top names for their respective divisions.
Or Alexa, maybe.
Yeah, I guess Alexa. For some reason, I forget it. I don't feel like she's a Money in the Bank winner because she just had the title for so long.
No, yeah. I'm just saying, you're saying top, draws or whatever.
See, I'll tell you real quick why I feel like Raw's women's division. I feel like I just don't believe in Natalia. I just don't, and I feel like her being.
What's wrong with Natalia?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't have.
You pick her and say, "Oh, the rest of them that throw them all out." I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, but Raw has Natalia. They have the Riot Squad, which besides Ruby Riot's voice, I mean, You know what I mean? It's just there's too many weak links, I think, in the Raw division. Whereas Lana's the only weak link in the SmackDown division.
Very weak.
And is she really that weak? I mean, you know,
she's pretty weak.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
she really. Yeah, wink, wink. You know, giggity. Is she really that weak? Okay, so now that I've been creepy, so who did you got in this match?
There's so many ways it could go in this.
Oh, absolutely. And you got to figure last year it was Carmella. So really, they're willing to just pull the trigger on anybody.
And I'm going to be so mad if they do the one other possibility I was considering for my pick for this match, just to let everybody know. I mean, I was even going to the point where, if this happens, I at least stated on the show, maybe it'll buy me a lesser hard chair shot. How about having the women's match early in the show? Natalya wins it. And after Ronda beats Nia Jax, Nia goes off and Samoan drops her and whatever, and Natalya comes in and cashes in on Ronda. That lets Ronda win, but doesn't put her in the pressure of the championship in the program, and then lets her chase Natalya, which would probably be the better way to go. I didn't make that my actual pick, but I'm putting that out there. That's 100%.
So maybe Ace next week will just give you a light chair shot.
If I call that exactly, I should get blown. Not by Ace, though.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they have a show coming up. I'd like to go to it. It's here at the Reverb in Reading. I think Teddy Hart's there again. This is like his third straight show there. They have a main event with a couple guys come. One of the guys had a shot, I think, to go to WWE at some point. They have Penelope Ford back, who was at the last show I went to. She's pretty hot, by the way. Lufisto's on the show.
Nice. So do you know when that is?
I believe it's June 22nd.
Okay, so next weekend.
So I think we should go. I don't know who. We'll have to. When we have Ace on next week, we'll ask him if he's currently booked or who his match is.
Well, yeah,
against.
we'll definitely let him promote, and he'll jump in on the show. That'll be the cool part. Have a 3-man Guerrilla Press next week. So
Bro's in a 4-man match for the title.
Yeah,
he's got the belt back. So
nice. So who do you got and why here?
All right.
These matches are so hard to call.
These are really hard because in my head I'm trying to figure out. All right, I got to pick one SmackDown. If I pick a SmackDown here, I got to pick a Raw winner in my mind for the most part on the other show. And we don't even know in the men's. I mean, I'm thinking it's Big E would make sense, but who really knows who gets it? And these kind of things go hand in hand. I don't think Lana. That wouldn't make any sense.
Right.
Sasha, as it seems like Becky says, and they say Sasha over there. Sasha. I'm not going with Sasha. Again, since I just put that out there, I won't go Natalya, although I think that's got a chance of happening. Becky Lynch has kind of been forgotten, so I think her getting will make sense. No point in giving it to Charlotte in my mind.
Yeah.
We already know, of her credentials.
The only thing is, they keep saying that there's 2 weeks in a row now they've said one thing Charlotte's never done. You know what I mean?
It's only happened once.
Yeah, I know, but they run down her resume or whatever.
In my mind, I'm between Ember Moon and Becky Lynch. I love Ember Moon. I think
we're going to see
very strongly
Eclipse off a ladder.
On
Sunday.
But I'm going to end up going Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. Sam goes Becky Lynch. And you know what's funny is because that's my heart. I want Becky Lynch to win.
No, I'm not saying heart, but I'm just going with my pick.
Yeah. When I have my heart on, I will go with Becky Lynch. Do you know what I mean? But heart on. Okay, thanks.
Boy, in the morning you must have a lot of high testosterone level because you're way creepier in the morning or at night. I think I'm the reverse.
Really? Well, I don't think I'm actually that creepy in the morning. I think I'm just fired up.
You still have morning wood?
Not right now, no. Thank God. It'd be really weird. Come on, Sam, let's go record.
Get over here.
You got to take care of this thing. God. See, I need to pick somebody different than you. I don't want to pick the same. That's
so now I took your pick.
You kind of did. You took.
I laid out a lot of the reasons. I went in depth,
So I'm gonna quick run through it. I don't think Naomi. I don't think Natalya. I don't think Lana.
I do like Naomi though.
Yeah, and this is the match made for her, where she could do all kinds of athletic craziness. So I think that I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss, even though you just said because you took my pick.
Oh, so, you're allowed to pick the same person.
No, I don't want to because it makes it not so fun. You know what I mean? Because then I can sit here and root against. Yeah, a Twisted Bliss.
She's a good person to have because I think I like the heels having the Money in the Bank. Like Carmella had it. I thought that was entertaining.
Yep.
So I think you made a wise selection there.
Picking her is the same reason that I'm going to pick my men's pick.
Right, that was my third pick. Like in my head, like that, like of the people, members between Lynch and Moon, Bliss was right outside of there.
Yeah. I'm really torn between two people and the men's. And let's run down the men's here because it's starting to get a little short on time and we got to get to work. So I've got...
I was fired.
Where are you really?
No.
You know what's funny? I would believe that. The way you talk about work, I would believe it. All right, so in the men's match, which we consider the main event because it's going to be pretty awesome, Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor versus Miz versus Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and a member of the New Day, which any one of the three would be awesome because you bring either power, speed, or intelligence into the match.
Wait, who's intelligent?
Xavier Woods.
No.
He's a PhD, bitch.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't wrestle intelligent.
So anyways, I'm going to go with Samoa Joe. I've been going with Samoa Joe for weeks. I can't stray from that. And plus, I think him holding that briefcase is just... He's the perfect type of guy. He's like a dick, and he'll pretend that he's cashing in, then he won't cash in. He'll only do it like an opportunist.
So you were originally going to go SmackDown, Becky Lynch, and
I was.
Samoa Joe?
Yeah. Because Becky Lynch was my heart pick. You know what I mean? Like I want her to win. I think Samoa Joe is a smart pick, and he's my heart pick. So, can I just say my second pick?
Yes.
I think Bobby Roode.
Okay.
I really like the Bobby Roode because he needs it.
Right.
Of all these guys.
Honestly, I was just about to go through everything.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say New Day I'm at throw out, even though maybe it propels Big E. To me, that makes the most sense to use him. Bobby Roode, I was just about to say, needs it. I don't know where they're going without maybe him getting it. I think it would be fun to have Kevin Owens have it. Does he need it? I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is the Raw version of Samoa Joe, pretty much.
Right.
Like
Rusev, I think they're going in a direction with an Aiden English probably feud breakup at some point. I would love for him to have it, but I don't think he will. Miz would be a great choice.
Yeah.
Does he really need it? I don't know, but Miz is fun when he has something.
You did say a few months ago that you thought Miz winning the world title back would be, he deserves this. This is his year.
Right, and Miz is great. Finn Balor, maybe this rebuilds Finn Balor. There's so many different ways.
There's a lot of directionless people in this
Braun, the monster in the bank, and he uses it and says, fuck this shit. Lesnar, you can't run now.
You know what would be cool? If Braun wins it and cashes it in, but says, I'm cashing it in for a SummerSlam match. Like, can you do that?
Yeah.
Like, see, I think that'd be cool. Like, don't do it at SummerSlam. Just say, like, a month out. Like, this is when I'm going.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of a cool angle, too.
Yeah.
Damn it, I shouldn't have picked Samoa Joe.
There's so many ways to go. I have to, in my mind, if I'm going to try to go 2 for 2, which of course I am.
2 chair shots.
I'm going to have to pick a Raw guy. So that would limit me to Braun, Roode, Finn, or KO. Even though I was almost talking myself into a cheap Miz win there. So I'm gonna go with. Oh my God, this is tough. Who do I think gets it?
Just remember, last year Baron Corbin and Carmelo won, both SmackDown people.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go that Raw SmackDown thing.
Yeah, but by the way, it was only limited to the women were only SmackDown only last year.
Oh, okay.
God,
all right.
You're fucking stupid.
Wow,
by the way, since we have Baron Corbin, love it.
Oh my God, yeah.
The shaved
Constable,
head, and the song is the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, Baron Corbin's becoming a quick favorite now
of the show,
and really. Isn't it great that Vince has listened to us, like our advice, about his terrible hair and his terrible body, and now he wears shirts and shaved his head?
I never a problem with either, but I do think the shaved head is okay for him if he's not going to be Mr. Biker anymore.
Did you see that Bad Wolves band is going to be at the Chameleon?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if they'll play the Baron Corbin song. It'd be pretty cool.
Did they play the Baron Corbin song?
Yeah, it's Bad Wolves featuring the guy from, what the fuck is it called?
Well, it's the guy that...
Or it's him featuring Bad Wolves. It's something to do with wolves.
Yeah, it's the guy that is their singer. What is it? Vexed. His name is Vexed, and he was Five Finger Death Punch. He sat in for them while their one guy was out, and he's in Bad Wolves. But it's not the band Bad Wolves.
Yeah, I was just.
It's Jim fucking Johnson, the greatest fucking WWE music composer of all time. All right. You know what? It would make sense if you could guarantee for me a Bobby Roode heel turn. He needs to be heel.
Oh my God, yeah.
And maybe does become a dick with the briefcase, and they can make him a heel. I just worry that whole fucking stupid Glorious that they don't want to switch him because of his song, which irritates the fuck out of me.
Stupid.
Finn Balor could use it. Oh, this match is really good when you don't know who's going to get it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
You just went with everybody else. So what? Any reason? Just because it's gonna be fun to have him have the briefcase?
No, because I want Kevin Owens to be Kevin Owens for a year.
That'd be cool. That'd be kind of nice. All right, well, cool. Well, there you go.
I'm probably taking a chair shot.
There's the picks. We got only 1, 2, 3, only 4. No, 5. I'm sorry, 5 picks.
Yeah, that's
I can't
plenty
count
different.
That we're the same. And on the line,
Post these on Twitter.
Oh, I'll be posting
and a picture
everything.
of the chair. And quickly, since we're running out of time here, I'll quick cover the fact that I'm sure all our listeners know CM Punk had a fight last week.
Yes.
I don't know how many of you illegally streamed it, but I did.
I did.
And yeah, so this looks to be the end. Dana said this should be it. I don't know if he technically can force that because he signed a 3-match contract.
Yeah.
So almost if Punk says, like, I get another fight, I think they would have to pay him off not to have it. I don't know if he's going to want to do another fight. I mean, listen, he went the distance. He was against a guy that was not great by any stretch, and this guy, beat him up pretty good.
Yeah.
But Punk never gave up. His takedowns are fucking terrible. He got him deep on this guy so many times. Or if he had any type of real wrestling background, he would have been able to take this guy down.
There was that one point where he actually got low on him, and I thought he was going to take him down, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah. And then this guy kind of like showboated against him, which I thought was stupid.
Yeah.
Like he's afterwards, he's like, I want to give him the full 15 minutes. I want to make blah blah blah. No, in UFC, if you want to please Dana White, which is your boss, you go for stoppages. He wants stoppages. Yep. That's what they like. So it was dumb. His whole no look, like he kept hitting, like looking away and punching him, whatever.
Really making Punk look. I mean, maybe
at the end of the day, this guy isn't going anywhere in MMA. So maybe it was his 5 minutes of fame, and that's what he wanted to do.
I guess true. Yeah.
I mean,
I saw Daniel Bryan said on Twitter that he could beat him.
What, Mike Jackson?
Yeah.
I don't think so, but
yeah. And then Jackson goes, come and try me or something like that. So that was kind of fun.
Daniel Bryan probably weighs like 135 pounds. But yeah, so he gave it a run. And tough to try and start something in your late 30s that you haven't really done before.
Yeah.
So, do I think he should fight again?
What are you saying about us?
Yeah. Do I think he should fight again? No. Do I think it was a good idea? Yeah, because that's what he wanted to do. So he was in the position in his life where he had the money.
To throw millions of dollars at you?
I wish I could have the chance to do it. There's a lot of things I'd like to do in my life, but you just can't do them because you don't have the financial means or the ability to drop everything and do it. He did. He did it. He took a beating. He manned up, whatever. Yeah, at least he won his court case.
I'd like to have a successful podcast. Oh, done. I guess I'm done here.
There you go. That's all you wanted.
Speaking of done, that is it for us today on the Guerrilla Press. Thank you for listening, and I will be posting these picks online. You'll probably see it with the episode. Please check us out on Twitter at Wrestling Dorks. Check him out at The Real SCAV. Go to tapdabpod.com.
The Real SCAV.
Yep. Go to tapdabpod.com. You will be covering Big 33.
Yes, I'll be covering the Big 33 Classic. Big news for me. It's in Harrisburg. I think it's at Central Dauphin. Basically, every top football player in Pennsylvania is in this game, in Maryland. So I'm pretty psyched for that.
So check him out on Twitter.
Check that out, and of course, hit us up on Patreon.
And why don't you give us your U.S. Open pick real quick, since it just started this morning?
Oh yes, I had a good call, man. I like that little. Obviously, the center won't pick. Everybody like to see Tiger in contention. Yeah. I'm not going to pick him. Betting wise, there's a lot of different picks there. I liked Koepka. I got him at 25-1. Brennan Steele 200-1. Liked him a little bit. Maybe Ricky Fowler. Splash it around a little bit. I'm against this week. I do not think Dustin Johnson wins.
Wow.
He's the favorite. But,
yeah. 9-1, right? Is that what he was when you went?
When I went, they had him down this place at like 6-1, which was a terrible bet.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So, by the way, like as we're wrapping this up, and you're having me throw sports gambling picks out, if anybody's actually listening to this podcast today, I'm thinking about making one of our Patreon like specials. Basically, that when there are pay-per-views, I'll go on and put a post like analyzing like the betting picks.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, it'll be different than our like picks that we do.
Right.
But I'll point out where I think there's a good, because now people bet on wrestling, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a
predetermined
predetermined thing. It's
I've never been able to do it, but it's become decently popular. So maybe if I hear some feedback and people like that, I'll make it a Patreon thing where if you give us $4,000 a month, you can, so we can quit our jobs.
Which, by the way, we just another promotion. We wrapped our Big Show exclusive episode this week. I'll be posting that.
The Big Show, not our Big Show.
Yeah, it's not a big show. It's a big show about the Big Show.
Yes.
So we wrapped that. I'm just doing a little bit of editing and tweaking, and Be posting that up soon. So check us out on Patreon if you have not. There will be exclusive episodes just for you. Support us where you can. Search the Guerrilla Press on Patreon. Don't forget to check us out on all your favorite formats. I'm not going to run through them all. TappedOutPod.com is where you get them all. So we will see you next week on the Guerrilla Press.
Later.